Okay, cheap and easy mealworms. Started with one of these $4 rack systems, Reject Shop, Golo. I think we got this one from Big W. It cost about $20, $30. First thing we did is cut a hole in the bottom of one of the drawers and put some fly mesh in there. Simple, easy. Threw in a whole heap of, well, basically a whole packet, first packet of mealworms, and they've all turned into beetles, as you can see. Give that a bit of a shake there. All beetles. Okay, slowly the mealworms will disappear, you'll get more and more beetles. But what happens is they will eat this, which is just bran. You can get that pretty cheap from a rural supply or something like that. They eat the bran. Carrots and stuff. Carrots, apples are okay, but they tend to rot if you cut them too thick. But little slivers of carrot give them the moisture that's required. Okay, when they turn into beetles, once you've got a successful horde of beetles, as you can see, you can use newspaper, cardboard, whatever. Lots and lots of beetles in this drawer. Now those beetles will mate, obviously, because that's what animals do. They lay their eggs in the bran. And what happens is all the movement of the beetles through the bran, as you can see, they do a fair bit of wiggling around, just cruising around through there. All those little eggs and stuff, as they move through the bran and lay their eggs, the eggs fall down through. Let's see if I can get a bit of a shot of it from here. Eggs fall down through that mesh. So what you do there is the next drawer down, you don't have mesh in the bottom. As you can see, this drawer goes all the way down to plastic there. Okay, now you can see the bran in here is a little bit finer. That's because the fellas at the top, the beetles, have eaten the bran, but it's also because the little babies have come through, the eggs have come through. So the eggs, let's see if I can find it. The eggs come down into this sort of stuff. You get these tiny, tiny little micro worms at this point in time, which are very hard to pick up on this camera, but trust me, they're in there. If you look very closely, you'll see that the bran is moving. That's not trick photography, I'm not that smart. So those little bits of bran here and there flicking around and moving around, that's tiny little mealworms. Now, given enough time, they will turn into bigger mealworms. This isn't a very old system at the moment, I've just started this one. Obviously you've got to be careful when you open that top drawer, because you're going to get little bits of stuff on the floor which missus might not like. Okay, so top drawer you keep your beetles in. Any beetles you find in this drawer, whack them in the top one. Mealworms come out in the bottom. Quite easy, simple. Some cardboard in there for them to hide. Again, simple little bits of carrot for moisture. That's all they need for moisture. It's the bran they eat. I haven't set up the next two drawers yet. But you can see I'm ready. I've got the stuff in there ready to go. I just haven't got an old enough colony yet. But this is the cheapest, easiest, basically cleanest, except for when you open the top drawer. Big secret there, open the bottom one first and then open the top one. You don't get as much mess because the top drawer shifts down, as you can see. See that falling? Into that drawer instead of the ground. Close them both at the same time and you minimise a little bit of mess. But yeah, it's just my 2 cents, but that's the easiest way that I've found to colonise them, breed them, whatever. My turtles like them. This spoilt bitch likes them. Just about everything. My bearded dragons get in on a bit as well. Young fella's got a scorpion here and a bird-eating spider. You just give the heads a bit of a squish on the mealworms so they don't fight back too hard and don't do any damage on their way in. And yeah, quite a bit of a protein feed for them. Nice, easy, simple. Costs you about $40 all up, including buying the mealworms. Collect yourself some egg cartons. Eggs are expensive. Maybe just ask someone for some second-hand cartons. But yeah, give it a crack. If you like the video, give it a like. Give us a subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Give us an angry face. Not really cared. Just let us know. Thank you muchly.